Hi everyone and welcome back to SwitchUp. We've once again teamed up with the guys from QUBIC Games, but they've actually got quite a few new releases to go over, as well as some updates to existing titles. There are new owners' discounts to go through, and of course we've got a few games to give away to you lot. This isn't one of our 12 days of SwitchUp videos, this is a little bonus one. And yes, for that one guy, this is a sponsored video, but we've been able to choose the deals which we think are the best value. I'm going to make a focus here to make it a bit different on deluxe edition versions of their games. And there are a few brand new games that are also on sale that we'll talk about. Backlogs be damned. What's on sale? Well, let's find out. First up then, and having just come out on the 17th, we have Aspire Ina's Tale. This is currently 25% off, but with an owner's discount of 33% off. The story centers around Ina, who was perpetually trapped inside the tower. She's awoken, and it's then up to her to explore the inside of the tower chambers to find a way out, but also looking for a reason for why she was imprisoned in the first place. The world is filled with beautiful scenery. There are some great characters to meet, but also some very cool puzzles. It's a bit of a hybrid, this one, with some platforming thrown in and some pretty tricky little challenges. It plays out a bit like a side-scrolling adventure, but then with the occasional platforming and puzzling sequence. It's definitely reminiscent to another game that I really enjoyed called Gris. You'll be using her powers to manipulate different objects, and you'll use these skills to gradually change the environment and help you to, well, as I say, both escape and discover why she's there in the first place. Next up then, we've got the Planet Quiz series. You've got the DLC as well, Planet Quiz DLC Oceans, the Planet Quiz Complete Edition, and the Planet Quiz Learn and Discover. For existing owners, you're looking at a 50% saving, which is decent, or to everyone else, it's 20%, and you can see those prices on the screen. The games feature 4 different modes of play. You've got Campaign, Quick Play, Tournament, and Quizpedia, but you can also play multiplayer with up to 4 players. You can choose different difficulty levels depending on your abilities, really, I guess. And as you'd expect from a quiz game, there are lots of different categories. There are in fact 17, and me personally, I'm absolutely terrible at quizzes, but I will be using this one on Christmas Day to act like I know how to host one, and it will mean I don't have to give any of the answers. My family can do all the hard work. So if you're after a quiz game, then Planet Quiz and its expansion packs might be a good option for you. Then we've got Tools Up, the Renovation Spree bundle, which includes the original Tools Up game. It includes Tools Up Garden Party Season Pass, which, as the name suggests, features lots of renovating around gardens, and has 3 different episodes, each with 15 unique levels added onto the base game. Now, this renovation bundle, if you're an owner of, well, the other game, the mainline game, you can get 65% off. Otherwise, it's 60% off, still taking it down to a very reasonable, about $10 or $11. You're looking at really fun 4-player co-op gameplay where you'll be trying to coordinate yourselves to renovate different properties. An excellent little party game if you're looking for one for the family, but this Renovation Spree bundle really represents good value for money. Now, if you're just interested in the base game, you can pick up the original at the moment at 85 to 90% off, and there's also a demo if you just want to check it out. Then we've got Dex, which, yes, we've seen QUBIC drop many times before, but my goodness, is it cheap now. Here in the UK, you're looking at £1.34, and it'll be even cheaper than that if you own one of their other games. Dex is a very cool old-school cyberpunk futuristic adventure game where you play as the blue-haired protagonist named Dex. There are multiple dialogue choices, there's a full English voiceover, and there's a hacking mechanic in here that I really enjoyed, but what I most like is the RPG aspect, so being able to customize your character's skills and equipment, and personally being a very big fan of stealth gameplay, moving towards that. Now, it does have a couple of clunkier aspects, like some of the movement and jumping, etc., but still it's an actual open world, and you really can choose where to go next and what to do and how to answer different questions from other players. A very good game indeed, I enjoy it immensely, and for 92% off at the very least, well, you could do a lot worse than this.
Pockets, girl. Welcome back, miss.
You're gonna need to level the hell up. You're gonna need to get augmented.
Then we've got Red Wings Aces of the Sky. This is also 90% off. if you don't own any of the other games, and potentially even more if you do. This is an old school arcadey flight combat game, I guess you'd describe it as. There's lots of dogfighting here, there's historical missions, as well as 10 historical warplanes. It's got a comic book feel to it, but I actually really like the visuals. The best part of this one though, and one that I've really enjoyed with the lad, with my boy, is playing it in co-op. You can team up and do all of these missions just with a friend in local co-op, and you'll face certain key enemies like the Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen, and it's those characters that the story is based around. It's really nice, this. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, and for what? Just over £1. It's usually £17.99, an absolute bargain. Now this one has a download size of 5.3 gigs, and that sale goes on until the 31st of December. Okay, next up then we've got Urban Trial Playground, the deluxe edition. That's at least 81.5% off. Whoever makes up these percentages is having a laugh. And you've got an owner's discount even further of 90%. These are great games, but the deluxe editions of Playground and Tricky are both currently in this massive sale, and you're getting a stupid amount of content for that price. And you can customize your bikes and equipment and loadout, and then there are different game modes like Freestyle, Time Trial, and these deluxe editions include the Challenger Pack DLCs and the even more style packs, and they run brilliantly as well. You're looking at 60 FPS, very slick, smooth gameplay, and just old school fun and enjoyable games. At 90% off if you're an owner, or 82.5% if you're not, it's well worth picking up at that price. Then we've got Pocket Mini Golf. If you don't own it already, you're looking at a, well, depending on what region you're in, either 20% or 60% if you're in the European region, or 60% if you're already an owner. Generally, you're looking at about, what, 89p here in the UK. That's half price if you don't own one of the other games. And this is a perfect loading game. I talk about loading games on SwitchUp all the time. It's the game that you can put on, you play a few rounds of it, and it just gives you that chance to think about, hang on, what's the epic RPG I want to spend my time playing, or what's the other game that I want to look at. There's 50 levels to play through here. It's super addictive, I must warn you. And you can also do multiplayer with up to 4 players on one console, which gives it that nice party aspect. You certainly will not be breaking the bank with any of these sales today. That one has a download size of 397 megabytes. It's worth noting that they do have the hole-in-one pack, and that adds all the downloadable content, tons of new levels and areas, and that also will be reduced by between 30 and 50%. Then on to probably one of my favourites on the list, it's Mana Spark, and as you'll know, they did the complete edition as well, and we've got sales on both of those. If you don't own, 80%, if you do own, 90%, but you might as well just go for the complete edition. I mean, it takes it down to what, like a couple of pounds or a couple of dollars depending on where you're from, and the complete edition includes the DLC, The Forgotten Crypts. For me, it's almost essential to have this DLC, so you might as well just buy the complete edition. Why is it essential? Well, it included the local co-op mode that we'd asked for, and we were like, we need to have co-op on this game. It needs it. It's like Enter the Gungeon. It's just so much more fun. Binding of Isaac, it's so much more fun when you've got someone else to play with. They also added in, I think, 21 new items, or was it 31 new items, and then they're going to add another 21 in, as well as a new scenario and new enemies. This game's really great for that price. I think this would be the one that I'd pick up if I was going to buy one of these. Maybe this and the Red Baron one. I did enjoy that quite a lot. Oh, and then there's Dex Flip. All right, I'll leave it up to you. I know a lot of people quite enjoyed Wrecked High Octane Stunts, and that's got an owner's discount of 83% or 66% if you don't own it. Slightly different in each region, but there's the Wrecked Double Flip edition, which, as I'm sure you've gathered by now, includes the Forge DLC, which adds in brand new map, which in itself is pretty epic. It's got loads of ramps, jumps and tunnels, adds a brand new car, but they completely redesigned the leaderboards, added in some new quests, new challenges, as well as new secrets to discover. And if you're not familiar with the Wrecked games, they're like stunt racers. There are 3 large arenas where you can do your stunts in, and there are 50 different customizable vehicles and loads of different challenges. But honestly, just split that screen, grab the controllers, a cheeky little bevy, and this is a good fun time, especially when it's what, about £1, less than £1, not too shabby at all. So there we go, a little bit different from QUBIC and Friends this time around. It's mainly the expanded complete editions of their games, as well as the base ones if you want to go that route, but realistically, why would you? You might as well go for these full versions that include all the DLCs. A big thanks to QUBIC. It's their support this year which has made the expansion of SwitchUp possible. You know, they let us choose the games we want to talk about in these videos, and that makes a big difference. I'm going to be like, well, no, no. That's not going to work for me. But when I can pick and choose the ones that I think are, you know, the very best value, then happy days. So yeah, they've really supported us and we do appreciate it. And it's us highlighting the best games that QUBIC and partners have got on this massive sale that's going on at the moment. Thanks to all of you that watch the channel. I hope you've been enjoying the 12 days of SwitchUp. We should have another one of those videos either before or after this, depends when I get around to making it. And then the last two in the next, well, the last 3 or 4, I've lost track of what day it is even. Thanks so much to our subscribers for supporting us and to our Patreons, and as always, for all things Switch all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers guys, see ya.